Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Marshall.
And I'm Sangeeta.
And today we're going to talk about how to find your typecast as an actor. But before we get into this video, I would just like to say please like, comment and subscribe to our video. It's really important, this engagement to us, because we get to know how you feel about the videos and also what other videos that you might want to see.
So finding your typecast can be really helpful, especially when you're beginning your career and trying to get an agent or trying to get a foot into the industry. It's really good to know what kind of character you of suit.
So the first part of knowing your typecast is being very specific about what your typecast is.
Yeah, so you need to realize that you have to start somewhere when you start in this industry. And it's really helpful for casting directors and people casting films to look at your reel and look at you as an actor and go, okay, I know exactly where that person can fit.
Yeah, and I think, a lot of actors when they start, they all want to be like the leading hero or the beautiful bride or, something like that. But the reality is everyone has their own typecast.
When actors are choosing showreels to film, they often go, oh, La La Land, oh, The Joker, oh, something like a really famous role.
You don't want to hear that I got fucking cigarettes put out of me when I was a little kid. That this isn't fucking surgery, that the motherfucker stabbed me. You don't want to hear that shit, Skylar.
Because I think ultimately that's where we want to get to as an actor. We want to get to that Oscar-winning level. But the reality is, at the start of your career, you need to have a clear idea of what you can suit and what people can see you as to get your foot in the door. And then as you build up your career, of course, you can go do those kind of roles.
We're not saying don't do these roles. You could play around with a bunch of roles and see what you fit. But ultimately, when you do get an agent, you are going to fit a certain mold. So it's very important you figure out what that is.
Really obvious one, and that's asking people you know or other actors or creatives where they think you fit or what characters you remind them of.
It's very important that these people, they're being very realistic and very honest with you and not just, it's
got to be people whose opinion you trust.
Yeah, if a lot of people tell you you look so young for your age, then you're not going to go for roles that's like a dad,
at a barbecue.
At a barbecue.
Same identities, same assignment.
We're going back to high school?
Your ass look like you about 50.
Or if people say, you have really good comedic timing, like a good friend of mine, then maybe you should lean more towards doing comedy instead of drama.
Yeah, so just ask around and see what kind of characters are coming up, what kind of things people are seeing you as.
Find your inner essence. So really just being truthful about who you are as a person and what type of roles that you could do. Everyone has their own aura, and that's what makes every actor unique.
Yes, literally getting a journal and dotting down what's your personality like. Are you extroverted? Are you introverted? Are you a very studious person? Are you a very sporty person? And yeah, like you said, just being really honest with yourself as well. I mean, if you're not a very sporty person, you don't really work out much, but you want to play Thor. Does that really make sense? You've just got to be honest with yourself and also write down your flaws as well.
Just searching for actors and characters that are similar to yourself and your essence.
Do not limit this search to your race. So if you're from an Asian background, don't feel like, oh, I can only look for other Asian background actors or characters. That's not true. If you see a character that's, Caucasian, but they have such a similar personality and essence to yourself, then go and look at the roles they've done and find scenes from there. Because, I think where we're at, representation still has a long way to go.
Yeah.
And hey, you could be the first person to do that character as your background.
I feel like as ethnic actors, we normally feel trapped that we can't play certain characters who are Caucasian. But I mean, growing up, we really connected with a lot of Caucasian characters because that's all that it was on TV.
I think as kids, you were just looking at the personality and the essence of that character and relating to that. You weren't limiting yourself to, oh, they're that race, so I can't be that. Okay, so now if you've gotten to the point where you've figured out who these characters are similar to yourself, you can then start finding some scenes and doing some self-tapes.
Yeah, I mean, we always encourage actors to, constantly be doing self-tapes, or if you can, do show reels. And in that way, it will really, really highlight that typecast. And, maybe when you see or get an agent, then they'll really be able to know where you fit.
Yeah, as opposed to like if you're emailing agents and you just have a scene from La La Land and like Whiplash and like all these
Goodwill
massive
Hunting.
films, and they're like, oh, not only have I seen these scenes 100 times, but who are you? Like, I don't know. Like, they could watch a scene from like an indie film that you found that is so you and be like, yes, I know exactly where to place this person. So it's really about getting a foot into the door, into the industry. All right, well, that's it. I hope those tips help you find your typecast. Leave your typecast down below if you think you know what it is. And always thanks for watching.
Yeah. See you next time.